Hello everyone, and welcome to my Bold and Beautiful Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Luna hints at Poppy and Bill marriage, Finn summons hope for shocker. The Bold and the Beautiful spoilers recap for Thursday, January 4th, reveals that Steffi Forrester allowed. Xander Avant was making up his blameworthiness against Thomas Forrester as vengeance over his firing. Steffi refocused out that Xander went to the police, who determined that Emma Barber's, Nia Sue, accident was the result of reckless driving. Steffi was more upset about Hope Logan using Thomas, so John Finnegan agreed with her enterprises and said losing Hope could be Thomas' breaking point. After Finn mentioned Thomas' issues and said Hope demanded to be defended, Steffi allowed. He was taking Hope's side. Finn denied that, but he brought up Thomas' cruel history and all the suffering he caused. Steffi stood her ground on Thomas not being to condemn for Emma's accident and angrily pushed Finn to drop this. Once Steffi softened a bit, she called Finn baby and formally again prayed him to drop it as she pulled him into a clinch. In the Forrester Creations design office, Thomas jokingly asked if Hope was sure she wouldn't change her mind about accepting his offer. Still, Thomas snappily assured Hope that he was willing to stay and that he understood she wasn't ready yet. Hope touched the engagement ring on her choker and looked reflective. After Hope said she abominated to fail Thomas, he claimed she didn't. Thomas reiterated that he knew Hope wasn't ready and suggested that in the meantime, she'd know she was the only woman for him. Hope kissed Thomas, but she sounded rather uneasy. Latterly, Steffi set up Thomas alone and offered updates on Xander showing up as Finn's case. Thomas didn't see why that news was a big deal, but Steffi claimed it was indeed a big deal since Xander allowed. Thomas was responsible for Emma's demise. After Finn summoned Hope to his office, she assumed this was about Thomas. Finn said he was more upset than ever about Hope's involvement with Thomas after what he learned. Once Finn explained that Xander Avant showed up as a new case, he said Xander made enough shocking statement. Finn refocused out that Steffi believed in her family, but he was fearful since Xander indicted Thomas of causing Emma's grim fate. Now do you understand why I am so concerned about you? Finn asked a stupefied Hope on Thursday's B&B occasion. Meanwhile, Luna Nozawa suggested to RJ Forrester that Bill Spencer could be the one to change Poppy Nozawa's life ever. RJ teased Luna about awaiting a lot from this first date and advised her since Bill had quite a history with the ladies. Luna didn't know what Poppy's type was, but she guessed perhaps Bill was her type if they had a previous connection. Since it had always just been Luna and Poppy, Luna was used to not having a pater. In the picture, RJ realized Luna couldn't miss what she'd known and asked if Poppy had ever mentioned her father by name. Luna verified that Poppy hadn't and suggested that her mama only said that she was made from love. Although Luna wasn't trying to play matchmaker, she sounded hopeful about Bill and Poppy having a future. RJ allowed. It was a little extreme to start allowing about a marriage, but Luna loved happy consummations. Luna suggested that perhaps Bill would give Poppy one after all this time. At Il Giardino, Poppy confessed that she flashed back Bill from all those times agone. It was an awful night that Poppy hadn't forgotten, and she no way would. Poppy pulled a lozenge out of a case and suggested about it being bastion for all the questions Bill had. After pointing out it was all natural, Poppy said she was nervous before this date and wanted commodity to take the edge off, like Bill's scotch. Although Poppy didn't want to put Bill on the spot, she refocused out that he no way called her after the music jubilee. Bill was repentant and explained that he was obsessed with his company at the time. Poppy understood that they had their own lives to live, so Bill said she was sweet to let him off the hook and expressed how sorry he was. Still, he wondered how different effects would been if Bill had picked up the phone back also. Bill mentioned Luna and how emotional she was, which led to Poppy admitting Luna didn't have the easiest knowledge. When Poppy said Luna's father was in her life, Bill said that Joe had to be a total haul. Poppy revealed that Luna's pater. No way knew she was pregnant, so Bill realized Luna didn't know who her father was. Bill assumed Poppy knew Luna's maternity, but she suggested that these questions were getting particular. Although Bill didn't mean to pry, he said any man would be proud to call Luna his son. After Bill gushed over Poppy being as beautiful now as she was when they first met, he talked about how there was nothing like watching her cotillion. Poppy was so debonair back also, but also she came a mama. Bill couldn't believe she had a son Luna's age and swore he no way forgot about Poppy. Once Bill admitted he'd really like to see Poppy again, they participated a kiss that left Poppy smiling. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Bill and Poppy's love will get a lot more complicated soon, so stay tuned. Bill and Poppy's date, flashing back the history, on high alert. The bold and the beautiful spoilers for Thursday, January 4th indicate that Bill Spencer is tired of being single and is about to jump back out into the courting scene. Bill has invited Poppy Nozawa out on the city to try to jog her memory of their once meeting. John Finnegan remains on high alert after Xander Avant's warning about Thomas Forrester. The bold and the beautiful spoilers Bill Spencer and Poppy Nozawa's date. Bill has set up himself bedazzled by Poppy since he saw her at Il Giardino weeks agone. Bill was so sure that he knew Poppy that he decided to do a bit of probing. Bill looked into Poppy and Luna Nozawa to find their connection. Eventually, Bill realized he'd met Poppy over 20 times ago at a music jubilee. Bill remembers his night with Poppy veritably well now that he has done a little disquisition. Still, Poppy acts as though she doesn't flash back it. Poppy did act like she was trying to ignore Bill before as if she didn't want him to flash back. Could it be that Poppy doesn't want Bill to know that he could be Luna's father? Flashing back the history, the bold and the beautiful spoilers reveal that Bill plans to take Poppy for a night on the city. Maybe Bill plans to jog Poppy's memory by reminding her of that night so numerous times agone. Of course, Bill may start doing the calculation and asking some questions about Luna as well. Luna had just told R.J. Forrester how different her life may have been if her father had stayed around. Maybe Luna's father had no idea that he indeed was considering she's about the right age to belong to Bill. Bill and Luna's night on the city could bring back a lot of recollections. B&B spoilers update Thursday, January 4th. Bill and Poppy's date, flashing back the history, on high alert still. It could also prompt Poppy to tell Bill why he no way heard from her again since they hit it off so well. What surprises could await Bill after this date? John Finnegan is on high alert. Finn has no way lived with siblings, so he was a bit concerned about how Thomas spoke to Steffi Forrester about snooping in his relationship with Hope Logan. Still, Thomas was just speaking to his family how he typically would. This was before Finn spoke with Xander about Emma Barber's death. As important as Steffi defends Thomas, Finn cannot help but believe that Thomas may have designedly run Emma off the road to keep her quiet. Finn believes that Hope deserves better than Thomas and that she'll no way commit to him. Finn also joins everyone differently in being hysterical that Thomas will go off the rails again. Is Thomas a peril to Hope as well as his family? Poppy Nozawa wants vengeance on who? The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Poppy Nozawa will be taking center stage on the CBS Cleaner this month, and we will eventually get to learn further about Lee Finnegan's shady family. According to B&B spoilers, Poppy may have minatory intentions and really popped up in Los Angeles for vengeance. But on who? Keep reading for all the details and B&B spoilers for coming week. Penelope Poppy Nozawa has been acting distrustfully before she indeed arrived on the scene. When we were technically first introduced to Luna Nozawa's mama, it was over the phone. Poppy called Luna before she got to city and advised her to be careful of the Forrester family. Lee Finnegan also indicated to Poppy being upset about Luna working at Forrester Creations.